Welcome to We All Gon' Die Wednesday. Livingston man, hit him with that new joint.
Yeah, we ain't playing.
We ain't playing.
We ain't playing. We're not gonna die. We're gonna live. Maybe Wednesday, not today.
You know what day it is.
It's all day, baby. Wednesday, all day, all day. Let's see. Love and Life in the house. Cat Lady Nelly. Coffee First Then Speak. East Tennessee Preparedness. Mike Calvetta Sr. Cat Lady Nelly. Johnny Preps. Greenleaf. Patty S. Scott. I'm not even going to butcher your last name, Scott. Scott, welcome, welcome, welcome. The Prepping Man to Sunset. Eternal Amber. Welcome, welcome, Nostradamus, everybody. Welcome to We All Gon' Die Wednesday. And man, it feels like it's been a minute, Livingston, man.
Yeah.
I've been like crying about missing Tuesdays, bro.
Well, y'all dealt with, Game of Thrones and all that, Walking Dead and shit, one episode a week. That's what you get. This is peak entertainment right here, folks. We are Hollywood Netflix level at this juncture.
Well, we're working on it anyway. My man Marco, thank you so much. Miss Sharon, welcome, welcome. Jojo Bean, let's go. I'm with you.
Yo, you said
Santiago, what up, my brother? What up? Hey, Livingston man, hit Santiago with some Santiago.
Let's make sure he's
Yeah, we ain't playing.
We ain't playing.
We ain't playing. We're not gonna die. We're gonna live. Maybe Wednesday, not today.
Got him again.
That's the truth right there. Santiago knows.
We're not gonna
Santiago. So I'm always like extra careful on Wednesdays, like when I go to work.
Maybe Wednesday.
I'm like, ooh,
not today.
Ooh, this could get bad. This could get bad. Ken B, it's better than Hollywood. Less all the pedophiles. None of that around here, bro. None of that around here.
Got too many wood chippers and chainsaws. It's a dangerous environment.
Jay Creature says Netflix level. Well, we have the Obamas on the show.
I keep calling, and they keep hanging up on me.
Santiago, yes. Thank you so much for coming out to Bug Out Bag Weekend. It was great to spend some time with you, man.
I called them. I was like, is this the representative for Mrs. Obama? And they were like, yes. And I was like, this is the Livingston man. I run a semi-successful YouTube channel. I'd like to book the couple for an interview. And it was like,
no.
Hello?
No, dead.
Hello? No, because you know why? Because Obama's too cool.
Does this sound like a dial tone?
Obama's too cool. That's why. So fine. He don't want to come answer hard questions. That's okay.
Hey.
His silence speaks louder than his words, and that's all I needed.
Oh, snap. Michelle the Great is rolling up to watch us live from Hudson. Hey, thank you. Rescue, my brother. What's happening? Terry Johnson, welcome. Prepper Book Club. Ghost Lincoln in the house. Awesome, man. So good to have everybody here tonight. I've been teaching the youngest how to drive. Livingston, man. I feel like my blood pressure's up a little bit. I'm not trying to.
So he can play the drums, but he can't drive a car?
Well, no, he could drive a car. It's just like really nerve-wracking,
Drives the car all punk rock. Like,
Tank Houston in the house. What's happening, my brother? But yeah, man, nerve-wracking. He's doing really well. He got his first tire chirp in tonight.
Are you doing like the thing, like stomping on like pedals and anything?
No. He's actually really good about speed so far. Take it slow at first and get it going. Michelle the Great, yes, I have been the test dummy for a while. Eric in RV, welcome, my brother.
You gotta get that like the Red Man suit. You can just wear it. Right, his head stuff.
No, he's actually doing remarkably well. It's the little thing, don't cross your hands over.
Oh, I totally
and
do
things
that
like that. Yeah. Mr. B Local, welcome, my brother, welcome. But yeah, man, it's been nerve-wracking, bro. As the the guy in charge, we got to take the corner tonight, and one of those huge tractors that takes up the whole entire freaking road is coming at us.
There he is.
And I'm like, a little wider. I'm reaching over for the steering wheel, but he's got it. He's doing well.
What I always thought was funny about these farm machines, it's like, all right, I got this thing's got 4 wheels on the back and 2 on the front.
Yeah.
Towing some huge machine.
They're humongous.
Inexplicable machine behind it. You're all just left guessing, what is that thing? And I'm like, I wonder what would happen if they like left it like within 30 miles of where they intended to use it. I'm like, why are you driving this thing
Yeah. Ooh, can I borrow this?
30
for just a
miles
second?
down the road? I'm like, Route 9 in the upper Hudson Valley is like,
There it is. Old Mutt, my brother. Welcome, 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 my friend. But yeah.
so we got big problems.
Well,
There's
of
some
course we do.
BS
Oh yeah.
going on.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Right off the top. You're talking about this Durham report. Let's get it right off. Let's get it
No
off.
sound. Muted. No sound. Muted.
I see you did something when you did that. What'd you do? Check. Hello? Who's muted?
It's back. Interesting. We better. Whoa. Huh.
Well, I was right.
Right in the middle there.
Rest in peace, the live stream. We're starting.
I'm not touching anything
Told you.
anymore, Livingston, man. I'm so sorry. The winning lotto numbers are, and the audio fades out. That's really weird. Really weird.
Interesting. So I was talking about the Durham report. You was mad.
Yeah.
You was big man.
Holy shit.
Spell it out for me.
Holy shit. So, if you guys have not read into the Durham report, you absolutely should. It basically spells out that the FBI perpetrated lies that were paid for by the Democrats and just pushed the narrative and leaked the narrative. Really, really, really bad look for the FBI, man. Really bad look. And who's going to hold these people accountable for these actions, you know? It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy.
Well, I think, you're telling me the Federal Bureau of Investigation
The FBI.
would, excuse my terrible pun here, trump up some shit,
Hey, they damn sure
lie, concoct a story. These
yeah.
these aren't the same guys that just concoct, they write up the plan and acquire the weapons, and they make some poor herb come along, and then they're like, busted, loser.
Yes.
It was you that did that. It's not the same FBI that would do something like this to a
Yes,
sitting
absolutely.
president now?
Absolutely. Actually, it was the highest levels of the FBI that made sure that this happened. All made up, all fake, all propaganda.
Imagine
all
my
bullshit.
shock.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's obvious that the people in power cannot be trusted.
And who are they?
Not a word that they say. So
Who are they?
obviously it's not the puppets that we see.
Nope.
Okay. It's the unelected bureaucrats in places like the FBI, the CIA, the Department of Justice, in all of these places, these unelected people who are shuffled from administration to administration. Sometimes they skip one or two, but then they get put right back in when their team's back in charge. It is absolutely disgusting what they're getting away with. And we, the people, you know how loud the left gets when something doesn't go their way, and they get real loud, and all of a sudden you see it's in the courts now. It's in the courts that this has got to be taken care of because they're so loud. We need to be that loud. Do I think Trump is the guy to fall on a sword for? No. But he's looking more like that guy every fucking day, I'll tell you what. A little bit more every fucking day. Because you just need somebody to get behind who's been persecuted and ridiculed and made to look the fool, who really didn't do anything wrong initially. I mean, we had fucking impeachment hearings over this shit.
2 of them.
Impeachment hearings over this. It's absolutely ridiculous. All fake, all made up, and they all fucking knew it. They all knew it. They need to be held accountable. The question is, can we get loud enough to make sure that people are held accountable? The Chappaqua witch should be in handcuffs. We the people call for the arrest and prosecution of one Hillary Rodham Clinton.
I think you'll find that there is a very sharp barbed wire machine gun National Guard Capitol Police protected line between you, the people, and them folks that sit up on that hill in that glittering white castle.
Sorry, I went off on a little tangent there. Like I said, my blood pressure's up, man. The kid's been driving, so
I appreciate you, and it needed to be said. And more people, you're right. More people need to get serious about this. Sharing your silly MAGA conspiracies and cult-like pictures of Donald Trump on the internet and knowing I've seen a million videos proving. I knew immediately all this was bullshit, and we all did. And here it is. Just like every other thing all the so-called conspiracy theorists were been right about. We got a bingo card going at this point, ladies and gentlemen. Checking dots. We have been right the whole time. We're like, that's bullshit.
We've been hoodwinked and bamboozled.
3 years later, our taxpayer money funded some fucking report that says, yeah, you were right. And we knew it the whole time, and we were hoodwinked and dragged through the mud, called every name under the sun, watched our candidate lose everything.
So I have to be honest. I think if none of this had ever come out, and based on the body of work alone, okay, without all of the news bullshit against him, I think Trump did a decent job. I'm not saying he did a great job. I think he did a decent job. The pandemic under his watch, the whole 9 yards, the whole vaccine thing, it's all a gray area, and everything anymore is propaganda. There is no real news. It's just what they want to feed us. If you want real news, you have to go outside of the U.S. and paywalls and firewalls. Of an agenda
there. They're kind of just watching what's happening.
Yeah, and they really just tell it like it is and let you form an opinion. They don't put a spin on anything. Ooh, we got company.
There's a cat in here.
Oh, nice. The fluffiest of cats. What's up, my dude?
We got a cat. But no, we knew that this was all BS. When they're like, Trump's a Russian agent, any normal person is like, what are you talking about?
Total shit, man. Total shit.
Because, let's say he was. Like, it only throws shade on the so-called, I don't know, them. Because, so you will, I'm expected to believe that Donald Trump is, in fact, a Russian spy. And you're out here loudly proclaiming it, but yet there's not really anything you can do about it. So then what they do is concoct these wild stories, this Steele dossier.
Oh, yeah. All fake. All paid for.
Paid for. It's like buying yourself an anonymous source in the National Enquirer. The headline,
it's so true, though.
The headline is loud, and everybody sees it, and the damage gets done. Yeah. It doesn't, and then it's contrary to the way the justice, especially system, is supposed to work.
Absolutely.
The prosecution is supposed to bear the burden of, like, they have to prove guilt. Instead, what the court of politics and public opinion does is make the accused prove innocence.
Absolutely.
And it's not how the so-called justice system works, but it's now filtering into it. That's how it works.
Yeah, can be. I agree with you. I do think that they started the Russia collusion thing because Hillary was kind of under the bus at that point in time. That was when the whole scandal fog thing came out with the NSA revelations from Snowden, then the Hillary Clinton emails, and all of these things were all rolled into one big shit ball and forgot about because nobody could concentrate on them for too long. And, my 24-hour news cycle, bro. We got to get on with the shit, right? So if it's anything derogatory towards the left, you bet your sweet bippy it dies in 12-hour news cycle. If it was derogatory towards Trump, they're going to ride it for a week, right? And that's the way it was. Every day, man, that guy got up there and got grilled by reporters every single day. I dare a motherfucker to talk to Joe Biden like that. You couldn't get a coherent response from him.
Trump would just fight back with you, start calling you names and shit. Joe Biden just forgets where
he went to a CNN town hall and completely rocked the place. They talked shit about him, and he brought fucking receipts, bro. He was like, yo, this is it. It's done. This is exactly what I said. And he beat them at their own game, their own host, and had everybody clapping for him. I mean, it was fantastic.
The first 3-4 months of Joe Biden being the president, I was like, I think what they're trying to do is guarantee that Trump gets reelected. There is no other explanation for this behavior. is just, I don't know what the
purposely trying to crash this motherfucker, bro.
And then,
They're
like,
trying to
and
drive the country into the ground.
well, so then what they can do is then a Republican is elected to try to fix this nonsense, and then they go ahead and they're going to stonewall and stymie and obfuscate the entire time, and then blame, and it's bipartisan blame gaming's got to stop. What all of them, red, blue, and in between, all the fucking colors of the spectrum of the rainbow up there, need to start listening to us, the people, because they're not.
No, they're totally...
You're listening to wealthy donors who think they know better than us poor people.
There's no justice system that works for them. They have their own complete and totally separate thing going on.
Don't get me started on these motherfuckers like George
Two-tier
Soros
justice system,
and, like,
right?
These people... Yeah,
absolutely. Rules for thee, but not for me. And that's the way they're going to go. That's the way they're going to go. Dan Phillips, ride it for a year or longer. They'll even take it further than that. Our guest wants out. I don't blame you. He couldn't hear it anymore.
It's food time.
We're ranting on
it. It was food time.
Yeah.
Maybe one day we'll show you the cat. Until then,
the AI keeps.
He would like to remain anonymous.
Eric, yes, I do believe it's all about the dollar, right? And like I said, these people who are unelected keep getting unplugged and then plugged back into their high-paying positions at, say, the Federal Reserve or, this big place or that big place, and they keep unplugging and plugging these people back in.
Well, if I may interject.
Absolutely.
The new trend is to serve under the president for 2 years, maybe a full term.
Yeah.
Then everybody quits. They run off. They write some tell-all book, get rich quick, talk a bunch of shit in the book, and then we're all like, oh, he said this in the book, and then, oh my God, what about this and that? Everybody goes to court and fights over money again.
Yeah, absolutely.
So now you can't trust nobody because, like, you're trying to hire people to do a job and get some things done, but you got to worry that, like, oh, this person quit, and now they go work for CNN, and they wrote a book talking all kinds of nonsense about what color underwear you wear.
Yep.
And what... This is like decadent ancient Rome shit. We are not far off, folks. If it ain't gonna be this Wednesday,
it's gonna be one of them. You bet your sweet Bippy.
We got like 10 left. I think we got 10 left, man. If we make it to 45, I'll be impressed.
Lady Smith, I do think that control is going to worsen quickly. We've said it before, Livingston, man. When you ridicule somebody this much, and then that pendulum swings back the other way. It swings a little bit further, and I am not. They'll round them up, bro. They'll round them up. If you get Republican all across the board, tell me they won't round up the Democrats, right? Would they do that? Or are they all on the same team?
That becomes authoritarian. Then you have a one-party system.
There you go. It's not the answer, but it might be part of the solution. Livingston, man, could you bring up that article I just sent you?
The one you just sent?
Yeah. It's a new one. It's a new one right there. That's it. Yep. Yeah. We're gonna bring this guy up. So
to this
yeah. Well.
Hold on, shit's flashing on the screen. We got ads to play. Hold on.
Oh, there you go.
Read the. All right. Screen share.
Here we go.
Sunday morning with Jane Pauley, you guys. All right, so.
Yep. This is where you guys can get the full Durham report. This is CBS News. This is it, man. This is it. There you go. Put it right in the... Boom, Shalaka. There it is. The full Durham report is here. You guys can
tell you the truth, Bob, for better or worse.
Can you pause that? I don't know. Is that audio playing for you guys? Whatever she's saying, I don't know.
She better shut.
Yeah, we'll just keep her quiet while we check out the article here.
4 years after the probe began, Durham concluded the Justice Department and FBI, quote, failed to uphold their important mission of strict fidelity to the law about the events during the 2016 election. He also found senior FBI personnel, quote, displayed a serious lack of analytical rigor toward the information they received, especially information received from politically affiliated persons and entities, end quote. He concluded the FBI had relied heavily on investigative leads provided by Trump's opponents.
Robert says they're all on the same team. I agree. And my mother Spark says, how many heads does the dragon have? Apparently a lot. And we don't even know who half of these people are. These are the people behind the scenes. They've been called the shadow government that runs everything behind the scenes. They've been called the swamp. They go by many, many names.
But yeah, it's here. You can take this whole thing. There's 316 pages, bro.
Of the Durham report.
Now, though Durham had broader powers than the Justice Department's watchdog, he pursued prosecutions of just 3 people, 2 of whom were acquitted. The third, a former FBI lawyer, pleaded guilty. So you have to read the report to understand.
That's it.
If you got 316 pages and you rock out.
Yeah.
We're not going to cover that in full here tonight.
But they lying. They lying.
Here
they
it
cheating.
is.
They stealing. They stealing. They
what some of us felt was true the whole time is that like this system is rigged against this person, and people are out here not being apolitical. They're putting their own
spin
agenda and spin and feelings and politics into like what's supposed to not where it's not supposed to be. We were like, they're totally doing that. And they're like, how do you really think the government works like that? Leftists.
Could you scroll the chat up for me?
Hard communist, non-government,
right there,
loving leftists were like, you really think the government would lie to you, bro? Are you serious?
So the prepping mantis wants to know, Livingston man, do you think there's any chance of a legit election in 2024?
Absolutely not. I would not be surprised if it were suspended or another reason to lock us all down and enact travel restrictions and make it a big pain in the ass to.
Man,
they're gonna foul the whole system. There's no way, especially if. My cat that was in here before could probably seriously threaten Joe Biden's chances at 2024.
Yeah.
Okay, so
pretty cute cat, gotta be honest.
I don't trust
State Prepper says 0.0% chance.
No, I don't think so at all. And I think that forever, after the shenanigans that's going on with the past 2, that no one, even if it was the most fair and balanced election you ever saw, people wouldn't trust it anyway.
I don't think Trump was supposed to win that election. I think it was actually supposed to be rigged in Hillary's favor. And I think his campaigning, the rallies that he held were huge. I went to one of them. It was packed. And there was thousands of people waiting outside who couldn't even get into the stadium that was sold out. They're packed. And those people came out for him and for what he stood for.
Yeah.
And when they hit the voting booth, it broke their algorithm and he won. By accident, he won.
So predictably, in my opinion, which is worth whatever you want it to be, knowing that, they went in the next time and made sure that didn't happen. Absolutely. Now that you're suggesting election fraud. How dare you?
Election fraud happens every day. Every election there is some degree of fraud.
Y'all didn't even suggest election fraud.
Whether you're lying like that dude Santos about your whole fucking life and your campaign, everything's made up, right? Your whole life is a lie just to try and get here. It's all bullshit, man. They're gonna feed you whatever bullshit you want to hear to check their name, color in that little circle where their name is in that box so they can get some political power. Maybe so. I kind of agree with that. It was rigged for Hillary, and they underestimated how much everyone hates her. Yeah.
I think that Hillary's entitlement got the best of her. I think it wasn't so much that like it was a they. It was that like Hillary herself didn't realize that like you're a joke. Like most people, like
her response to losing the election,
real people
was what really got me.
Like real like I don't know what do you want to call it? Like down home, like Americans, your heartland Americans.
The Bible Belt, folks.
Well, and just I mean, all of us, like, just the common people were just put off by her.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
And the idea that of all the women, that was the best one.
Well, her husband was a president, and she was Secretary of State, and she's been in politics for an awful long time, so it's got to be her turn. That's some bullshit, man. That's what do you call it? That's almost a monarchy, an oligarchy.
Well, yeah,
an
dynastic
oligarchy.
politics, where just because you got the family name, you're like entitled to something. No,
It's
imagine that.
It's all going to shit. It's all going to shit. So we wasted half the damn show on this Durham report, Livingston man. Can we move on from the Durham
report? One in the chat, if you're like just tired of hearing about Donald Trump in general.
Oh, man. It's
now,
rough.
A powerful solar flare has erupted once again.
Keep saying it, man. Keep saying it.
Sparking
Prep for a grid collapse. The power grid is going to fail us at some time, whether it's man-made or natural. Whether it's a hurricane comes through and rips all the fucking power lines down, whatever it is, the power grid is going to fail you. Prepare accordingly.
That thing over there.
That big giant ball in the sky.
9.6 solar flare. It looks like this.
Yeah, this is what it looks like when it erupts from the face of the sun. It's wild. There it is. Whoop. Wow. That'll get you, man.
Now, these things cause all sorts of electronic interference and never good. And, it's, we only know so much about the sun, if I'm being honest. I mean, we only been here a short time. And we don't know that one of these things could literally just reach out and, like burn the earth, kind of shit.
Could happen. Could happen. There's no telling.
Now, I don't know if you guys can hear this trippy music, but it's kind of cool. My thing
Totally
with these cosmic events like this is we literally just haven't been, we are just now getting the technology to be able to look at them and to interpret what we see and understand.
Absolutely.
But we don't know, we can't say, this is new. Like, this is dangerous. Oh, man, like, things are changing. Like, we have global warming on the sun, you guys. Oh, my God, there's too much pollution. We just don't know. We don't know that this hasn't happened all the time, the whole time. We don't know if solar flares are good. Maybe not from what we got going on.
Well, from what I've been able to gather, when the sun lets off these big things, the Earth responds to it. That's our sun.
Our electromagnetic interference.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm talking like earthquakes, volcanoes, extreme weather, things like that are tied to this. And it's happening more and more and more. TT1 in the house. What's happening? The sun only does that in cartoons. Hey, could be.
So the thing ripped out. It triggered a moderate radio blackout over parts of North America, Central America, and South America.
Yeah, show them the bar graphic of what it looks like when you get a real deal radio blackout.
I clicked it.
Oh, you're not supposed to click. You don't have to click on that. You're already on the article. I wanted you to share it on the screen, my friend.
This thing.
Yeah, that's what happens when this thing hiccups.
North America basically got northern South America.
So now when we talk about like a CME, right? Like a coronal mass ejection that's going to hit the Earth, that is kind of that little the graph up in front of us here. Yeah, that guy. That one. That is what it would look like if we got hit by a solar flare, right? That thing would come in, and that's the sun-facing side of Earth when that thing let off, right?
Yeah, this is the image of how it happened. It's, alarmingly well targeted.
Yeah.
Of all the things you could hit on Earth, the most common thing for something coming from space to hit would be water.
Yeah, because, it's mostly water.
Instead, this seemed to just, this nailed North America, nicely. Good shot.
Yeah,
good
straight on. So it's that when you start seeing, X-class flares on the regular, that's when it's time to really get your guard up about losing potentially the power grid or communications. All these things are affected. You see the audio going out on the live stream earlier. That probably wasn't on our end, probably more of a glitch in the matrix, so to speak. But these things mess with electronics. They mess with radio signals. They mess with a lot of stuff. And when the big ones happen, that's when You know, like Uncle Charlie said, it gets serious. Maybe so says BP Earthwatch explains this well. Yes, he has a great channel and he covers a lot of this stuff. I actually look forward to his videos. One of the few YouTubers I do look forward to. The rest of them are here in the chat tonight. So yeah, man.
Open that thing like 3 times.
Hey, just close it out and we can stop hearing that weird music. There we go. On to the next one, Livingston Man. So, why we all gonna die Wednesday? Well,
there might be an insidious reason. You might fall prey to a very common illness. Perhaps you get a bacterial infection or a toothache. Or,
it could happen.
Something, and the reason that you won't make it is because...
Yep. They're having a big shortage on antibiotics. Livingston Man, can you close that box right there, sir? Thank you. So, short little story. One of my friend's kids is sick right now. He currently has strep throat. Apparently, strep throat is tearing its way through the schools right now. So, no big deal. You got strep throat. You go to the doctors. We'll prescribe you some antibiotics. You go to the pharmacy to get some antibiotics. Well, they're back ordered. Can't get the amoxicillin. But we can get the liquid form. Got to rewrite the prescription for the liquid form so the kid can take the liquid form. A big kid now. He's taking like max dose liquid a couple times a day. But there's a shortage of amoxicillin going on right now. So if you guys are serious about antibiotics and having them when everything falls apart, Jace Medical is in the link in the description section below. Go get some freaking antibiotics. I don't care if I make anything. I don't care if you use my link. Go get some antibiotics, please. My mother Spark said I had to do a double take on that picture. Yes. So people are waiting for antibiotics. People are not getting antibiotics. They're getting harder and harder to come by. Please go get yourself some antibiotics before everything falls apart. GSP had strep 2 times in the last month. It's a hard virus to kill. Once you bring it into your house, it can live on surfaces for a very long time. You have to like bleach your whole freaking house. Everything. East Tennessee preparedness, whether it's a Jace case, I think Endurance Medical offers some things. Get antibiotics,
Run
guy.
to pet stores, whatever you got to do, man. I know they're like going to look at you funny.
Get antibiotics. That's actually, they switched all that now. That's no longer allowed. You can't get pet meds without a prescription. So
throw a brick.
Is there a shelf life on the Jace case? So legally, they are bound to tell you that antibiotics have a 1-year shelf life, okay? Antibiotics and medications in general don't expire quite like that. We've covered before, there's one antibiotic that will kill you.
Yeah, that some of them can become toxic. If
yes. Research. Skip antibiotics. Hudson Valley just needs allergy meds.
What if I told you there was an antibiotic?
Gets a horse paste, says Ken B.
Okay, not that again.
So there is legally a shelf life, but they degrade over time. So as you get, they've tested medications over 20 years old and found that they were still 90% effective. So think about it. Just store them properly. Got to store them properly in a cool, dry place.
Well, that's like saying, the tool from 20 years ago is better than the one you'll get today. Like, your 20-year-old drugs are probably still good. Your new ones, they're probably designed to, like, not
work as good? Could be.
Either not work as good, and certainly not keep, because they don't want people to stop.
There it is. Coffee First Then Speak says, don't use tetracycline past the date. I do believe that is the one that becomes toxic past its expiration date. So strep can turn into scarlet fever. I think my mother Spark commented on that earlier. Moldy
They got
Soldier.
Wikipedia for all this.
Scarlet fever is a bad case of strep.
But you know what? What's a little bit fascinating, a little bit infuriating on the topic is that an industry that could band together and freaking come out the woodwork with a vaccine for the entire fucking world and make sure everybody got 36 doses of the shit.
Yeah,
All of a sudden
they can't
they
get
just
you
can't.
the antibiotics.
They just can't.
Sorry.
I'm sorry,
Amazing,
guys.
isn't it? Absolutely
All
amazing.
that money we made and we just can't.
Johnny
even pull it
Preps,
off.
they actually changed the laws so that you cannot buy antibiotics in the pet store anymore.
Gotta have a prescription from
You have
the
to
vet.
have a prescription from the veterinarian to get them.
Your fish got the white. Your fish got the white film on them. You're gonna have to bring that fish to the veterinarian, bro.
Yeah.
To bleach your tank, you're gonna need a prescription.
Yep. Got to get a prescription.
New
now.
York.
So
faded away real quick.
the disappearing Livingston man, poof, he's gone. But yeah, you absolutely need a prescription now to get any kind of antibiotics. Jace Medical, I've gone through the process. It's so freaking easy. Those antibiotics saved my ass on Christmas Eve. They're good to have. They send you a reminder email when your prescription's up for renewal, right? Something to think about. Now, they will not fill prescriptions for other people because that's an issue. The pet med starts June 1st, says Lady Hammer. So there you go. If you guys are thinking about going the pet med route, you better freaking do it now. Do not wait. Pause this. Go order your pet meds and then come on back.
You said the phrase "something to think about," and what I've been thinking about lately is an earlier time.
Okay.
There wasn't all this. Not talking about the live stream, the live chat, but I mean obviously that. But I mean the idea that like we're held by the cojones by big pharma and Bayer and these big companies, Pfizer and Moderna, all these cool people. But what did they do before there was that? Because we made it a long time, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, you used to just go to the pharmacy and say, "Hey, I need some antibiotics."
Even before that,
you'd get them. Well, then you'd go out to the woods and pick these remedies yourself and
these
make them
are
yourself.
These are things that we all might want to seriously consider learning how to do. I don't, whatever. You might have to stand in line and get insurance and do every other thing to cure a toothache, or like what did the pioneers do? Like they soaked a piece of gauze in whiskey and just crammed it in there and made do. The end result was the same. It's time to start like moving beyond this system that has failed us and doesn't work.
Yeah, you got to look. There's a lot of natural remedies, guys. If you can't afford the Jace case, look and find antibiotics that'll work for you. Something to work for you. Love and Life says Manuka honey works wonders. Fantastic. Jay Creature is selling his EpiPen trainer, but it's full of Irish whiskey. It's delicious.
Us as people, because we're all one race, human, made it a really, really, really long time without any of this modern accoutrements that we've become so used to and so dependent on.
Got to get back to the old ways, or at least learn the old ways. Teresa Buchanan says, "Will Jace do a pack for people under 18? I don't think so. I think it's adults only.
And what's the other thing? What they call that? Was trepanning, right? Is where they would drill holes in your skull.
Relieve the pressure, stop your headaches.
Man, that must have felt so good though. Like everybody's like these poor people. I'm like, you don't know those poor people. Maybe that was like the jam. Like, oh, finally they cured my headache. We don't know that. We see skulls with holes drilled in them, and we're like, oh, bad. But wait till in 300 years when they dig up people that had plastic surgery, and they're gonna be like, what did they do to these people? Half his skeleton's metal? They drilled screws into his ankle. Like, this is torture.
Listen, my mother Spark has fantastic information on herbal remedies. She helped cure me over Christmas. Between her and the antibiotics, 2 days and I was back on my feet. Check out her channel. There is tons and tons of great information on there about all kinds of antibiotic medicines, antiseptic medicines, things that are good for digestive health. You name it, it's there. That's her thing. She does it.
East Tennessee Preparedness mentioned the Foxfire books. They are amazing.
That's right.
They are a look back in time. They're written by
Foxfire made it here tonight.
They were made or compiled by someone who studied like Appalachian, Ozark, like hill people, like culture,
Yeah,
like
man.
how it was done, like
That's right.
the pioneer ways. If you can find real Foxfire books, you got to go to like that little stand on the side of the road selling books, or flea markets, yard sales. I assume you can probably buy them on Amazon, but you don't want those ones. You want the real ones. They have
The
a
old
hardcover,
ones,
and they're like,
yeah. They
smell
smell like
like-
old books. Love that smell.
because what you got to think about with books, cancel culture, and the way they can manipulate history is that a new print of a book, you can't trust that that's what the book really said.
That's right. It's sad but true. Sad but true. They change stuff all the time. My mother Spark says, I need to do more herb videos. It's so time consuming. It's so hard. It is. It's not easy to make and edit and put these videos together. So please go to my mother Spark channel and give her a like and subscribe, man. Fantastic information over there. And I really appreciate my sister from another mister, my mother Spark, and all of the great information that she puts out on her channel.
When you see any of us doing this, for every minute you watch, that was an hour of
Editing.
analyzing and editing.
Yeah. And that's not even the filming. Thrift store books get used, Foxfire books. Yeah, man. Get them wherever you
Saying
can. Wherever
the
you
real ones, they have a hardcover, and there's this whole series of them. I don't know how many of them there are, but if you can collect the whole set, and then you have to read them, of course. But you're gonna work. You're gonna use primitive tools, but you're building
Yeah,
like
you can do
Amish shaker, like quality, like gonna last forever, like farm, little house on the prairie shit,
Yeah,
bro.
man.
You know.
A good axe and a sharpening stone. Could you scroll up for me for a second? Thank you. There it is. Jafet says, look into the benefits of oregano oil. It's one of the strongest natural antibiotics and antifungals you can get. Thank you very much, Jafet. We'll definitely check that out.
Dump it in my boots.
Oh, man. Wolfang, welcome. But yeah, man, get antibiotics, get medical training, soak it up like a sponge, man. The quickening is upon us, and things are starting to snowball.
Yeah.
I feel with the Durham revelation that a lot of people are going to question
No, they won't.
a lot more. Well, I think so. I
Next
think so.
time
And
they
I think
do
it's
that,
important for us to,
They'll
when
swoop-
somebody
they'll-
brings up the Russia stuff, it's
they'll-
important to squash it immediately.
They'll call them insurrectionists, and they'll hunt them down like a fucking witch hunt. They'll spare no expense. They'll lock you up if you question it. They did it once already. If they didn't make their point clear, they'll make it clear the next time. Go ahead. Fuck around and find out, all you MAGA people. They already told you once. And you ain't gonna do shit.
Dawn E is treating her old boxer's respiratory infection with honey and garlic. Fantastic.
Now, a hybrid approach is what I would advocate for this. Modern medicine, and especially triage techniques and like first aid,
Yeah, that stuff is fantastic.
it is not subject to shortages yet or restrictions yet,
Yeah,
but the
that's
medication is. So if presented with the lack of medication, then what we have to do
Look
is
to the herbal remedies, man. You got to.
because it's been with us the whole time. Modern medicine as we know it, especially modern pharmaceuticals as we know it, 70, I'll give you 100 years.
I think one of the most
We made it the
overlooked-
whole ass time before that.
Oh
without
yeah.
that.
Oh yeah. Jafet says it's so strong it will burn your skin if you put it directly on. Have to dilute it. It's so strong.
I want it in like a spray bottle. A fucking like an atomizer thing.
Can you do a horrible video on stupid old wives' tales like don't sit on cold stones, blah blah blah, like bad prepper advice?
I'm so down. I will
That's a
absolutely,
fantastic
I will
idea.
address all
Bad
of it.
prepper advice. That's a good one. Like that, Jay Creature. Thank you.
I'm gonna do it.
Yeah,
like it.
we're gonna have to give that a try. But yeah, man, get whatever you can. I think one of the most overlooked ones out there grows everywhere. It's in everybody's yard. It's called plantains. They big broad leaves. They grow in weedy areas. It's a weed. It's a weed, but it is, the Native Americans called it white man's footprint. They said after we came here, everywhere we walked, this stuff grew.
Plantains, ain't that like them
No, not
Mexican bananas?
No. They're different. Different. It's a little green plant that grows outside. For any kind of insect bites or anything like that, you rub some plantain on it. Fantastic, man.
All you guys got to do is go outside and find a little green plant.
They're everywhere. They're
See
everywhere.
how easy that was?
We'll have to do a little video on plantains, but there's a lot of great stuff growing right in your yard.
Dandelions.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Lemon water is great for the body, says Love and Life. That's it, man. Get it in you. Get it in you.
Now, of course,
Pepper spray used moderately, says the Watchman.
An apple a day keeps the doctor away. All this, but I can't stress enough is hybridize your modern mindset and equipment with an older school mindset of like can make do like.
That's it, man.
Get your foraging on now that the leaves are sprouting, the flowers are coming up. There's even
all
mushrooms
kinds of
and
stuff
stuff.
out there, man.
Go out there and, as always, test, try. You can do it because you want to. I'm just gonna go out and I don't try to eat some
mushrooms, bro. I am hands off on mushrooms. Hands off on mushrooms. I don't care. I do like mushrooms when I buy them from the grocery store, but I'm pretty sure they don't package ones in big boxes that are going to kill me. But I do get, nervous about mushrooms in the woods.
I was on a mission with this team once, and we ran out of supplies, and there was nothing but like this patch of mushrooms. So I ate 3 men.
Prepper Brook Club says the broadleaf plantain. Correct. I do believe that's what it is.
I hate that they call it a plantain when there's,
Jafet says stinging nettles has anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, anesthetic, anti-infectious. Wow.
How are you going to use the word stinging and anti-inflammatory in the same sentence, bro?
Dude, if you ever walked through a patch of stinging nettles,
we called them 7-minute itch
in shorts, nothing make you jump in the river faster.
Ow, it burns! Chill out, bro. That's anti-inflammatory. Then what's inflammatory?
To have a home in northern Idaho, they say you need to make $90,000 a year now, says the Watchman. Well,
good thing.
I got to tell you, it's pretty close to that around here because the prices on things just continue to skyrocket.
My brother, have you tried squatting?
That's what you got to do.
Like all kinds of
That's what you got to do.
As soon as you do that. There's so many different things you can make in nature. If you're the type of person that grows them old cannabis plants. One time, I tried it once, right? Yeah, see, you're talking about the devil's lettuce. There you go. But we did this once. Well, as we were growing the forbidden, flowers of Satan, you got to trim the leaves off, right? There's some big leaves that they get like this big, and you're like, you're out of here, buddy. I'm trying to, encourage some bud growth.
Right.
So what we would do is we'd take the leaves that we cut off and we'd dice them up with little scissors and we'd put them in the coffee thing and make this green tea, we called it. And not only did it taste decent with some, just to be like that, we were putting stevia in it.
Okay. Sweeten it up a little bit.
The drops of the plant sweetener, and it was good, bro. Plus you get chilling because green tea.
Because green tea.
But there's all this stuff. I mean, the Native Americans did not. Can we just show some respect for all the primitive humans that died eating shit that they should not have?
Yeah, amen.
There's a reason we know what you can eat and what you can't eat. Let's throw some love to Grog and Nog.
They came and failed.
They ate the bad mushrooms and now...
The bad berries,
We can learn from their mistakes and we should hold them close to ourselves because without them... We wouldn't know you can smoke the ganja, but you cannot smoke the cat turds. There's a reason we know this stuff.
Oh,
somebody did it. Somebody tried it.
That's right, man.
Unsung hero.
There's so much good out in your lawn, aside from the cat turds. You know what I mean?
They know. They tried. They're like, what happens? Oh. Thank you, Grog.
Right. Yeah.
Thank you, Grog.
Grog got the old, you died of dysentery.
I mean, the whole village was like, I probably can't smoke that. He's like, we have to know.
Yeah, we have to try.
We have to try. Truth. This way we'll know.
But yeah, man, no mushrooms. I roll the dice on some berries before I roll the dice on any mushrooms. Mealworms from McDonald's, says Eric.
Well, with stuff like that, just don't ask too many questions. It's one thing if I know. Like, hey, you want a mealworm burger? I'm like, no. You want a delicious double quarter pounder from McDonald's? I'm like, yeah. They're like, that's mealworms. I'm like, too late.
Trev Terrace says,
Love
pour
that.
one out for the homies. For real. For real. For real. All those who came before us and, did the...
They did the hard work, folks.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Grog and Nog, man. They,
Oh, Jay Creature. Yeah, the frost is coming tonight, guys. For everybody in the Hudson Valley area, it's getting down to like 31 degrees tonight. It's going to drop below freezing. So if you have plants outside,
fake.
Go cover them.
It's fake news.
Go cover them. Go cover them. It's going to get cold. It's going to get cold. It was only like 50 today. It was breezy as hell, man. It's going to get cold. So yes, cover your plants. If you can't cover them, pick up the pot, bring it inside. If you can't do that, you have to cover them with something. Greenleaf says 29 here tonight. Oi, man. It's brutal. That's brutal. I mean, the apple blossoms have come and gone. But anything, yeah, Johnny Prep says you can put support stakes and put a tarp over it. That's the way to go.
You should get like rich farmers do, is where they get the helicopters to fly over the apple
orchards,
and,
yeah.
Kind of thing. Like,
yeah. So if you hear low-flying helicopters,
you don't even have to tell your neighbors that you're going to do that. Now, here, where do you say it? McDonald's food does not grow mold. Okay.
I've seen it.
I've seen it. And that's bad.
I've seen it.
It's bad, right?
It doesn't deteriorate.
It sucks.
It's a hamburger. It's like my son's teacher has one in her classroom, McDonald's hamburger that's like 18 years old. Just a hamburger on the buns, and it never rotted, it never molded, it never deteriorated. It looks just like it did the day she bought it.
It sounds like the ultimate prepper food to me. Just saying, because Mountain House turned to shit in 5 years, but not McDonald's, but nobody wants to talk about it. That's why I hate y'all. You're like, I won't eat that. No, I won't eat that. You'll eat fucking freeze-dried astronaut
ice cream.
Butt cheeks. I love this stuff. It lasts for 35 years, bro. I've had this since I was a child, but one McDonald's cheeseburger doesn't grow mold, and we're all mad about it. I want that cheeseburger.
I gotta try the chicken nuggets, man. I want to just take a chicken nugget and see how long it lasts.
It won't last because I'll eat it.
Oh, man.
And some mold is good for you.
Patty S says, I covered my plants. What do I do for apple trees and blueberries? Patty S, I'm not sure.
I'm old enough to remember when McDonald's
cover them up.
Don't train. Stop giving trophies to losers. If your plants are gonna die, then if they die, they die. Okay? This is how evolution works. Stop babying your plants. Oh my God, my poor little babies. No. Sink or swim, motherfuckers. I'm tired of this.
Cover your bushes.
Stop giving trophies to losers.
Cover your bushes. Yeah, it shouldn't be. It was that early worm spell that really ramped everything up.
When it was like it went from 30 to 90.
Yeah. Now we're going from 90 to 30. But just for a night. Greg, welcome, my friend, to We All Gonna Die Wednesday.
It's because they're not so good at controlling the weather yet, and they keep cranking the thermostat, and it's fucking everything up. It's like, no, just pick a setting and let the system do the work. But they're like impatient.
Yeah, man. Yeah, gotta let it go. Mr. B Local says they found microplastics in the chicken McNuggets at McDonald's. Does not surprise me, my friend.
Listen,
what was it? Our great grandfathers were full of lead, and then grandpa was full of asbestos, and now we are full of plastics.
And you know what? Lighter weight, non-biodegradable.
You can spray them so the damage is less with water. Oh, there you go. Interesting. Eric says, cover your bushwear underwear. See, there it is. Cover them up any way you can. Big tarp over it.
You ever see these guys that got like camouflage underwear? I'm like, what do you think's gonna happen?
Yeah, if you're stripped down to your underwear and you're trying to hide and you need the camouflage skivvies, you are in a bad freaking way.
Never mind, what do you think's gonna happen? What has already happened? How'd you lose your pants, soldier? Sir, I don't know. Sir, this has gone off the rails.
Prepared Irishman, welcome. Greg, yes, the weather has been crazy here in the Hudson Valley. From like, what was it, 90 something degrees when we went to the filming of the polar eclipse thing that we were doing. Holy shit.
It was stinking, burning hot. It was dry. There wasn't even any leaves on the trees or nothing.
Yeah, there was no shade, no nothing.
We mentioned it. I'm pretty sure it was April 14th. It was like 90 degrees, burning hot, dry.
Scorching. And now, it's May 17th, and it's going to drop below freezing tonight.
Freeze warning, and it was super blustery.
Thankfully, there's no precipitation on the way, because if they talked about snow right now, it would be a total fucking disaster. It would be total fucking disaster. Trees on the ground fucking everywhere.
Well, if we're talking about 31 and stuff here tonight, like, I mean, well, I'm not sure what northern latitudes you're looking at, like, like, say, the Adirondack region or...
no, they're
Vermont, New Hampshire,
way below freezing. Way below freezing.
It's May 17th.
Patty S. says, I already drained my hoses. Yes, actually disconnect them. You want to disconnect your hoses from the spigot.
But why are we all going to die Wednesday? Because summer vacation's in 2 weeks. It's going to freeze tonight.
Greg said it hit 28 last night up on the mountain. Wow.
Now, I'm not complaining.
Cold. It's cold.
I am not a fan of the heat, and when it comes, I'm going to be miserable. I hate it.
Oh, yeah. No. Patty says 26 tonight by her. Man.
But any rational person wouldn't realize that, like, I don't care who you are. Like, you do not remember weather like this when you were a kid. You don't remember clouds like those.
Well, not the, when you wake up in the morning and the sky is blue and then it changes to like this white
green
canvas.
There's so many planes.
Yeah.
It whites out. It's just so
terrible.
Strange when that happens.
Ken B says, I remember when McDonald's had ashtrays on the table.
I remember when they gave us
I remember smoking in McDonald's.
Yeah, and they had the foam. The foam, everything was in the styrofoam.
Yeah.
Bro, you get the big breakfast or whatever it was called.
Ghost Lincoln says, Doritos make great fire tinder. Any kind of corn-based chip.
It's true.
We'll get that shit
Doritos
going.
burn like crazy. It's
Yeah, corn-based, man. Corn-based. It's like ethanol fuel tablets to get your fire going, right?
Most things will burn. You need to light a fire, like just set the curtains on fire, like just shit will burn.
Whatever you got.
I would. Now that being said, I'm burning the curtains before I'm burning my Doritos.
Oh, bro, no, I'm Mickwicks all the way. I'm not burning my Doritos. I am not burning my curtains. I have a little square Micwick, and away I go.
I ain't eating the curtains.
No.
I am eating the Doritos.
Yes, and I am not eating the Micwics.
I come in like, I know you motherfuckers ain't burning my Doritos.
That's right. You better
smell
not
it 3 miles away. You about to track everything. You tracking everything. You ever smell toasted Doritos?
Oh yeah, they definitely got a smell to them, don't they?
Can't stand it.
Yeah. Any port in a storm, right? Any way to do what needs to be done when the crunch is on, whether it's Doritos or the fucking curtains or whatever it may be. Improvise, adapt, overcome. The Watchman says 737 Boeings had ashtrays in the seat armrests.
Some cars have like cigarette lighter.
Vision preparedness in the house. I will be making a trip to Vision Preparedness for the Bug Out Bag weekend coming up in June. Y'all should check it out. If you're not going and you're in the area, think about it. It's in Ohio, in the Dayton, Ohio area.
This guy, the blue one here with the wrench, Vision Preparedness.
Right. Vision Preparedness.
Click his like little picture thing.
That doesn't work for regular old subscribers.
Peasants.
Virginia Bushcrafter,
Rules
welcome, my friend.
for thee, but not for me. I have a wrench too. I just can't like comment right now. I don't have a device of my own.
He's fresh out of devices. Vision. We're convoying from the great state of New Yorkistan all the way to Ohio. There's a bunch of folks rolling out there. Should be a great time. He's got a lot going on. And as soon as he said, "Yo, I got barbecue for you," I was like, "I'm there. I'm on my way." So.
Folks, we're at the 1 minute warning. So again, like check out Vision Preparedness. Now is he on Facebook too? You got this event set up somehow?
Instagram. He's on the gram. He has a website.
Vision, I know you got links, brother.
So
drop that.
You got to check out Vision Preparedness. You have to check out My Mother's Spark. You have to check out The Prepared Irishman. Jay Creature, check him out as well. Great channels, guys.
The Livingston Man has utter trash on his channel.
The Livingston Man is fantastic.
But if you want a good laugh, stop by.
All of everything that you see
Subscribe to everybody. See all these people? Check them out, man.
That's
friends
right.
here.
That's right. And Love and Life says, getting ready for My Mother's Spark weekend in October. Right on.
Eric, I'm glad you could hear us this time.
Yeah. Eric's always hearing us. He's always hearing us.
He's like, I hear you. I'm just not listening.
That's fine. Big Joe Kasulis, welcome, my brother.
Big Joe Kasulis, man, he showed
Thanks
up right
for stopping
as we
by.
about to peace.
Yeah. But bro,
It's
do me a favor.
He lives like right over there.
Yeah.
Like I know that dude.
You come sit like right here, bro.
We should maybe try to set up a collabo.
Anytime. Big Joe Kasulis, check him out. He's got a great channel as well. Yeah, man, check out everybody. Check out the channels. Like, subscribe to everybody. Share the love. Prepared Irishman says, Camp New Yorkistan will be representing. You know it. We gonna circle the wagons. Yeah, guys, definitely. There you go. My Mother's Spark hitting up the links. And please, My Mother's Spark, go to her channel and share some love. Fantastic. The Pavarotti car. That's right. All the New Yorkers start popping out. I was reading about that, the car chase with Meghan and Harry. I think that's a lot of horse shit, man. They're trying to play off the whole Princess Diana thing, and I think it's a load of shit.
It's true. You know, and not only that, but it's who escalated what situation there. Was it your driver that felt the need to put mad people in danger and try to escape these people? Like, you're willing to put the general public at risk because you don't want your picture taken? Grow the fuck up. You're a prince and a whatever the hell Meghan Markle is. But, yeah, get used to it, bro. We stand in front of cameras all day long. We ain't shit. Y'all been bred for this.
Live your life. Briar Rose, thank you so much. Hey, really appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much for stopping by tonight. Stick with us. We got some more content in the works. It'll be soon. Livingston Man's, we be working on it. But stay safe, folks. If you can't stay safe, stay dangerous. Hudson Valley Prepping Survival, and we out of here.